Earlier this afternoon, we spoke with Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel about the Oxford shooting. She spoke about changes in gun laws, possible culpability of the parents, and whether her office would be getting involved.
Karen McDonald is an excellent county prosecutor. Obviously, she's taken this matter incredibly seriously. And I expect that in terms of charging decisions or anything of that nature, that, she's going to take all the most important factors into consideration and make the right decision.
Speaking of those factors, we now know that the father purchased this gun the day before the shooting. We still do not know if the alleged shooter stole the gun, took it, if it was given, but do you see any potential culpability on the side of the parents here, the father?
Well, let me remove this for a second from this particular set of circumstances because I don't know all the circumstances yet. I don't want to speculate, but I will say that in other circumstances that are similar in nature, we have seen prosecutors that have charged involuntary manslaughter against parents who have failed to properly secure weapons, especially if the children knew that those weapons were in the household. And then, took possession of those firearms and used them to inflict injury upon themselves or others. So that is a possibility.
On Twitter, you wrote, "We must act to properly address gun violence in our schools." What does acting properly to address gun violence look like to you?
Well, one of the things is what I just talked about, right? A cap law to make it harder for kids to be able to obtain guns and bring them to school. Another is this, in Michigan, you can purchase a firearm at the age of 18, even though you can't buy a beer. Why can't we just make that 21 as we do with other types of products that are frankly much less dangerous than firearms? I mean, these are pretty simple measures that we can take just to ensure that our kids are safer at school. And I think we ought to absolutely move those kinds of bills forward and pass them as quickly as possible. These are not the kind of laws that in any way, shape, or form significantly infringe upon people's Second Amendment rights, but they sure do create a much more safe and secure society. And I think it's time for us to move forward, to stop offering just our thoughts and prayers and take real action to make Michigan a safer place for our kids to live and for everyone to reside.